what is customer relationship management all about, because you definitely by this time you have an idea regarding to what supply chain management is all about. And the second thing that we have to understand in chapter 2, or we have to discuss in chapter 2, is outsourcing. And the next thing is how to maintain a demand in the supply chain. And also the second chapter we have to discuss regarding the value addition that happens in the supply chain management and the concept of demand chain management. So these are few of the things that shall be included in chapter 2. Now if you go through your syllabus, there it has been mentioned that you'll have to know what is the different, what is customer relationship management, what is supply chain management. Now you might understand it in terms of difference between the two. Now you people are not in bachelors that you divide the entire page into 3 columns where you can write uh, on what point you are telling the differentiation, what is supply chain, what is customer relationship. No, that is not going to happen. How you will have to speak is that you will have to speak about the concept itself, both the concept, and in that manner you will have to compare between the two. So with that regard, here we understanding what customer relationship management becomes the first question, or that is what we'll have to discuss in the second chapter. And we shall see what customer relationship management or CRM is all about. Why is it necessary that a company should have it? What are the things that are included in the customer relationship management? How was it earlier? How things have changed now? What happens if the organization does not have a customer relationship management? We shall try to discuss all these things. Okay? Now, what is this customer relationship management? Now, as you can see in the slide, this CRM is an acronym for Customer Relationship Management. And this particular concept, it includes all the different strategies that are taken by the organization, all the different techniques that are put to use, all the tools that the organization uses, the technologies it puts in the organization, all these things that it uses for developing the customers, for bringing new customers and retaining the existing one. Now all the effort, all the activities that are put behind this particular thing of developing, acquiring and retaining the customer is called as customer relationship management. And more than ever before, in today's world full of technologies, the different kinds of customer relationship management softwares, they ensure that every step of the interaction which happens between the organization and that of its customer, it goes smoothly and efficiently so as to increase the overall profit of the organization. Now these new softwares, they gather customer data from different channels, Okay, so this CRM, it stores detailed information of the overall purchase history, personal information, and even purchasing behavior pattern. Now, you might have observed. Now, when you go to a particular shop, during the billing, they might ask you all to fill up certain questionnaires. Now, that is one kind of data they collect. Now, once after you buy the product, they might ask regarding the experience, the service, and many much more things. Or they might send an email to you all asking you to, fill the questionnaire. And in today's world, full of social media, now the computer, the medias, the social medias or the companies, with integration of one another, they have different ways how they can collect information. We normally go and search for a product. Now when we do so, people, the social medias anyhow collect the information, and based on for whom such data are necessary, they would be passing on that information. And there are different other ways how the personal information of our customers can be collected. Now, to speak in a very simple way, now this customer relationship management. Now, it is a technology, for managing all the company's relationships and all the interaction with the customer and all its potential customers. Okay, the goal of customer relationship management is very simple. It ultimately aims at improving business relationship. Now, this customer relationship system, it helps the companies to stay connected to customer and streamline process and improve profitability of the organization. Normally, you might have heard people talking about CRM. Now, when they speak about CRM, they are usually referring to a customer relationships system, a tool which helps, with contact management, sales management, productivity, and other department also. Now, this you might have heard regarding customer relationship management. Um, Now, earlier, this customer relationship management was maybe only for marketing or sales department, but in today's world, now it is for every other department. It can be for procurement department, it can be for marketing, for sales, it can be even for the IT. Now, take an example of two people. Uh, we shall uh, take an example. We randomly take an example. Now we shall take that. Elizabeth. She owns a company, and in her company which sells two wheelers. Okay. Now this two wheelers may be the second hand two wheelers. Now, Elizabeth, she has a very good customer relationship management. Now, this is one part of the story. Now, the other part is that we shall take another girl. We shall call her Celeste. Now, Celeste, she is interested in buying a two-wheeler. Maybe over the internet, time and again, she might have searched over a particular kind of two-wheeler. Now, in the recent day or in the past day or two, she might have searched over the same information, might be 50 to 60 times. Now, this information shall be collected from Elizabeth's CRM. Okay, and it will take action so that Celeste would receive a personalized email in her account, and before she knows, she might be already in the shop seeing for the particular vehicle. Now, when she enters the shop, those people in the shop, they would also know what Celeste is actually looking for. They would also know what are the different accessories that Celeste might buy based on the other informations of her, or maybe on the information as to normally what people buy when they would be buying certain products. So the next thing that sellers knows is that she is actually buying the vehicle along with the accessories, and they would also give a very good service. Now this is how customer relationship management systems help in maintaining a good relation with that of its customer. Now the best example how it works is that maybe you go and search for a pen drive, maybe. Okay, now when you go, you get a lot of option, you select one, and as you scroll down, there shall be something written as people buy along with this, or the products which are brought along with this. Now that is the part which would provoke you to buy more things, or that is what they have took the data from the other customer as to what is that they buy along with one particular product. So these are the things how CRM works. Now the CRM solutions, it helps focus on the organization's relationship with the individual people. Now, when we tell individual people, it includes the customers, it includes the service users, it includes the colleagues, it also includes suppliers. And this focuses on the relationship throughout the life cycle, and also it includes finding new customer, and once after you find new customer, so that is, in the beginning you have potential customer. Potential customers are those who have the potential. Right now they might not be the customer, but they have the potential to be one. Once after potential customer, you have new customer. Once you have new customer, you have to win their business, and once it is done, you provide supporting and additional service throughout the entire relationship. Now in so these CRM softwares, it allows business to focus on their company's relationship with the individuals. Now, with the professional CRM in the organization, it will always become much easier to find new customers, win their trust, and also provide qualified support, and also provide additional service throughout the relationship. Now, some of the questions that might arise is, who is this CRM for? Now, who can benefit from CRM? How does the CRM work? Now, what are the different types of CRM system? Or why does CRM matters to our business? What might happen if we run CRM without, what happens if we run the business without CRM? And what can the CRM do? Now, when we try to answer all this question, we would be knowing what customer relationship management is all about. Now, whom actually this customer relationship management is done for? Now, who has to use it? Now, as we saw in the example of Celeste and Elizabeth, the CRM system gives everyone, that is from sales, customer service, business development, recruiting, marketing, orders, support, or any other line of business, a better way to manage all their external interaction and relationship which help them in gaining more success. Now, how does this work? Now, this customer relationship management tool that we did, it would allow the user to store customer and prospect contact information and identify sales opportunity. If at all, it also allows to record service issues and also manage marketing campaigns. And all this happens in one central location. And this make information about every customer interaction available to anyone in the company who might need the information. Now, it has the big characteristic of visibility and easy access to data. Now, with these two, it is easier to collaborate and to increase productivity of the organization. Now, everybody in the organization can see how customers have been communicated with, they have bought, when they have last purchased, what they paid, and so much more. So, CRM can help companies of all sizes. Yes, now this is one of the important thing that I forgot to mention. Now, CRM, it is not only for big business. Now, it is even for small business also, which drive business growth, and it can be especially helpful to small business where the teams often need to find different ways where it can manage many things with less number of people. Now, as you can see in the slide, when you see on the left hand side, who can use it? You know, it can be used for sales, marketing, it can be used for support system, it can be used for the orders. When you use for sales, normally for qualify leads, to convert leads and to track the sales. In marketing, to run campaign, generate leads, and also to record follow-ups. And for support, this is for the employees. There comes the conduct training, knowledge base, and support tickets. When you speak of orders, it can be for order process, payment tracking, and also delivery alert. Yes. Now the next question that we have is that who can actually benefit from having customer relationship management? Now, the best part about customer relationship management is the fact that any organizational unit, it can benefit from this. It can be from sales and customer service to recruiting, marketing, and also business development. Now, having a good customer relationship management software always gives a better way to manage the external relationships. Now, storing all customer information in one place and recording service issues, identifying sales opportunities, and managing marketing campaigns. Now, these are just a few capabilities that CRM features. Now, there is a lot more to how it helps our organization than what I have just listed. Now, since customer relationship management provides easy access to data, It also becomes much easier for the user to collaborate on different processes and thereby increase productivity. Now, one more benefit or one more advantage of CRM is that it almost can benefit any size of business. Now, from and to this point, there is, you know, this particular point has the greatest advantage of having customer relationship management in an organization. Now the next question is, how does CRM work? Okay, how does it normally works in the organization? Now customer relationship management solutions, now it includes functionalities which allow the users to track customers and company interaction through various available channels. Now these channels, they normally include contact forms. It can include email IDs, it include phone calls and all the interaction that happens between the organization and that of its customer. Now it also provides sales and marketing teams with different sets of tools to manage the entire sales and marketing, from lead qualification to opportunity management, for forecasting and also for deal closure. This CRM, it also enables customer service teams to manage the requests that they receive from the customer and also make service operation automative in nature. Now, how does this actually work? Now, these softwares, they would be having features which has tracking feature in it, which might be able to record numerous customer interaction that happens online. And in addition to this, these customer relationship management automates the routine process and provides managers with tools that allow for tracking and measuring of the company's performance and productivity. For example, customer relationship management software can remind of a task that one has to complete at a given time, and it can make it perform pre-scheduled activities like sending emails and initiating phone calls also. Now everything which is done with the CRM shall be recorded, and also it gives enough time to make better action plans to closely to close any potential sale. Now these are the normal things that a CRM software does. Now there are some of the CRMs which also offers analytical capabilities. Now analytical capabilities is nothing but based on the information it does analyzes things also. Now it also allows users to track the efficiency of various marketing efforts to generate any kind of leads and conversions that can happen. So this is how CRM works. Now all this I am telling is in such a way that it will help you know what it is. Okay. Now you can also go find ways and technically see how it works. Okay. This I have said from the point of view of management. That you can see from the point of view of computer application. So you have that option also if you are interested. Now the next question is, what are the types of CRM system that we have? When we speak about types of system, we have on the premise CRM and we have cloud based customer relationship management. Now, okay. Now, what is this on the premise CRM and cloud based CRM? Now, with on the premise CRM, normally you'll have to purchase the license for having a CRM. And if your company is well, very huge, if it has all the funds that is necessary, maybe your company can develop one for its own. Now, cloud-based CRM, it would be happening all over the, it would be happening with the assistance of internet facility, and you'll have to record all the data over the internet. Now, it is said that companies should carefully consider what is that they are going to have, whether it should be on the premise customer relationship management, or is it that they need to have a cloud based CRM, so that they can be sure what actually is necessary by their business objective. Now, some of the organization, they can be benefit from on the premise software, but there are many advantage of a cloud CRM also. Now, with on the premise CRM, a company needs to purchase the license beforehand. Now, considering the software is located on the company's server, this on the premise CRM is a good choice for organization which has a strict policy, but in case the implement process takes more time and IT resources, then there would be a problem. Now, though it is the buyer's task to ensure, the constant maintenance of on-premise system, because vendor has no responsibility for its flawless operation and data security after the implementation stage. So the vendors should still provide technical support who will deal with the critical issues. Now, on the other hand, with SaaS, okay, now SaaS is what they call for this cloud based system or software as a service, uh, uh, or cloud or on demand CRM, that is cloud based. You can call it as SaaS, cloud, or on demand CRM. Now, it stores data on the vendor's servers. In this case, the users have the full access to the database all the time, whenever they need, and most importantly, the vendor takes all the responsibility for the seamless operation of the system and also provides all the necessary system updates and support. So, what is important is that cloud based CRM software is highly scalable, especially for the smaller organization or which has less amount to spend or which cannot come up with buying or making huge investment. Now, the only requirement for cloud system accessibility shall definitely be a strong internet connection, which can be accompanied by an affordable monthly or annual charges. Now, if you can see some of the points that has been put up in the slide. Now, when you have on premise that you have bought the system and you have installed in your company, the advantage is that you need to invest only once, whereas when you compare this with the cloud based or SaaS, you'll have to pay charges frequently, that is either on a monthly basis or on a yearly basis. Now, when you have to have a very high security on the information, on-premise CRM is better, and also it is customizable for the specific business needs. Now, whereas speaking about advantage of cloud-based, it is definitely low investment, but then the investment should be made frequently, and you would be having round the clock access to the data. And keeping this task aside, the company can focus on business process, and also it helps in faster deployment process. Whereas speaking about the disadvantage of on-premise, now it is high upfront investment. Now a very good skilled IT team is necessary for maintaining the system on-premise. Now there shall be need in the necessary of a powerful hardware, or a lot of money has to be invested for this. And whereas one more disadvantage is that the staff of the organization, they have to run the system upgrades and security issues. Whereas in case of cloud based, it is the vendor or the service provider would be looking after all these matters. Now, whereas disadvantage of on-demand or SaaS or cloud-based is that now this business growth, it requires more number of license. Now, if at all there is some problem with the internet connectivity, then the company will be having no access to the data. Neither can it access nor can it feed. So, these are some of the things with on-premise and on demand or SaaS or cloud based CRM. Now the next question is to why does CRM matters for any business in question? Now one of the management thinker, that is Gartner, he predicts that by the year 2021, now customer relationship management will be the single largest revenue area of spending when it comes to enterprise software. Now he tells that if your business is going to last for a long time, you shall definitely know that your business needs a strategy to be implemented in the future. Now you will have targets for sales, you have a business objective to accomplish, and also you will have to gain profitability. And in doing all this, getting up to date, reliable information on progress can be very tricky. So, how is that we can translate, the different ways of collected data which comes from maybe sales, customer service, marketing, social media monitoring into useful information? Now, for this question, the answer is customer relationship management. So, it gives a clear overview of the customers of the business. Now one can see everything at only one place. Now a simple customizable dashboard that can help the organization as to the previous history of the customer and also the status of the order of the customer or any outstanding customer service issues and other related customer issue is very helpful for a business. Now a business can also choose to include information from their public social media activity of their customers, what their customer likes, what they dislike, what are they saying over the media, what is that they're sharing about, whether they're speaking about your business, is it they're liking the products of your competitors. So marketers can use a CRM solutions to better understand the pipeline of sales or prospectus that is coming in, and it can make forecasting task simpler, and the thing is that not only it makes the forecasting simpler, it makes forecasting easier. Okay, because forecasting is nothing but a guesswork. It is just an intuition that we do. Now when you have information, yes, to some extent it can be made better. Now the organization will have a clear visibility of every opportunity that the organization can have, or the every lead that the organization can have. Now it shows a clear path from inquiries to sales. Now some of the biggest gains in productivity can come from moving beyond CRM as a sales and marketing tool and embedding it in the business, from HR to consumer service and also for supply chain management. Now CRM, though it was being used traditionally as sales and marketing tools, now these customer service teams are seeing much more benefits by using it. Now, today's customer might raise an issue in one channel. Take an example, Twitter, and they switch to email or telephone to resolve it in private. So, a customer relationship management platform would let you manage the inquiry across channels without losing the track of it, and gives sales, service, and marketing a single view of customer. Now the next question is, what happens in today's complex business world if we try now, maybe if our organization is very small one, then it might not be have so much of effect. Imagine you to be a corporate, or you to be in such a field where you do a lot of transaction. Now being in that field, what might happen if you run your business without CRM, without maintaining a relation with your customer? Now remember, first thing, the more the administration in the organization, the less time that the organization is going to have for everything else. That is to tell, take an example of sales department maybe. Now the sales team, it can generate a flood of data. Okay. Now representatives are out on the road talking to the customers, meeting the prospects and finding out value information. But all too often this information gets stored in handwritten notes, laptops, or inside the head of the salesperson. Now here there is the problem of losing the details. So meetings are not followed up on promptly, and prioritizing customers, it can be matter of guesswork rather than a rigorous exercise based on fact. And it can all be compounded if a key salesperson moves on. But it's not just sales that suffers without CRM. It is the entire organization which suffers. So what happens when you have CRM? Now CRM definitely it runs on a some logarithmic. Okay, they would have already set up that if this is what is happening, this would be the result. And one more thing is, there shall be no information which would be lost. Then guesswork based on the logarithmics, they know who would be buying something. So that is how CRM works. Now, when an organization is run without the CRM, a customer might be contacting your company on a range of different platforms, including phones, emails, or social media. They might ask questions, follow up on orders, or contact about an issue. Now, When the organization does not have a common platform for customer interactions, communication can always be misled, or there are also chances that it might be lost in the flood of information that the organization is having. It will lead to a slow or unsatisfactory response that would be given from your side to your customer. Now that might have a bad implication on your business. Now let us say that you do successfully collect all this data, and with the change of making sense of it, it can be difficult to extract intelligence. The reports can be hard to create, and they can waste valuable selling time. Now managers can lose sight of what their teams are up to. That is to tell, they cannot offer the right support at the right time. And while a lack of oversight can also result in lack of accountability from the team. So these are normal problems which might the business face if it does not has business CRM software. And remember one thing, it might be management, it might be supply chain management that we are speaking. Normally, we tend to speak in terms of a corporate organization or a business which is having a huge business transaction. Okay, so with that question, definitely the company not having a CRM software is going to cost more for the organization than having one. Now, the next question is, what does CRM system do? Okay. Now, a customer relationship management solution, basically it helps you or your organization to find new customer, win their business, and along the way keep them happy by organizing customer and prospect information. And one thing that you will have to observe is, yes, they'll collect information that they'll keep you happy. They'll do all these activities in a way that helps the organization build stronger relationship with their customers and grow the business in a faster way. Now this CRM system, they normally start by collecting a customer's website, email, telephone, social media data and more across multiple sources of channels. So it may also automatically pull in other information such as the recent news about the company's activity, and it can store personal details such as the client's personal preference on communication. These customer relationship management tool, they organize all this they organize all this information to give the organization a complete record of individuals and companies, so the business can better understand their relationship over time. Now, a customer relationship management has also this feature that it can also connect to other business applications that would help the organization develop customer relationship. Now, customer relationship management solutions today are more open and can integrate with favorite business tools such as document signing, accounting, and billing and service, so that information flows both ways and thereby gives the organization a 360-degree view of the customer. Now, today's CRM or the new generation customer relationship management It goes one step further. Now there are built-in intelligence automative administrative tasks like data entry, and it leads a data entry and lead or service case routing. So so that organization can free up time for more valuable activities. Now, automatically generated insights also help the organization to understand the customer better, and also helps in predicting how they will feel and act, so that the business can prepare the right outreach. So these are few things of CRM. We have just touched the basics and we saw how it works. Now there are two more aspects of CRM which would understand you, which would help you all in understanding CRM better.